with our gods. Now we wait. Now we. Are we done? Almost. 30 seconds to go. Five, four, three, two, one. Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing good. Ow. Hi Mamachi. Were you like waiting with the button just about to press when I got... Yeah, probably. Anyways, how are you all doing today? Hope you're all doing good. Today, we don't actually have any commissions, so I want to take the time to do something that I've been sort of procrastinating for a while now. We still need to do some finishing touches on the new model. Yes. The first skirt here, because for the chest, I got every little single piece of fluff all pieced out beautifully, so it's easier to rig. But I forgot to do that on the skirt for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. Love you too. So, we're gonna fix that today. Today we're gonna do that. And this, ladies and gents, is what slicing models mean. We're not being psychopaths when we say that. It is just this process of making the models. This one's interesting though. I wonder if I should do a left and right, or if I should do like maybe I should do like slice here in the middle, then slice a left and the right side. Hold up, let me make note of this. So like for middle, yeah, and then for left and for right. There we go. There is no music. Oh, let me get this music started. There we go. There we go. We got music playing now. So now, gonna put this up here. Gonna put this right here. And now we're gonna start slicing. Think I want to actually take the sachet off a little bit. Yeah, because I want, when I'm doing this sort of stuff, one thing that I want to do is add like a little bit of extra space here. So if for any reason it spills over. So this will add some extra room for movement. If it moves a lot to the side, it just doesn't disappear and it's weird and choppy, you know? I think this is enough. This looks like a little butt. I don't think I want to do that. Anyways. So let's continue. Also, am I drawing in the right place? I am. Good. Very important, very dangerous. When you're doing this sort of work, you gotta work on the right layers when there's a lot of layers. Gotta keep track of that. Oh my god, are we doing like each one individually? We are. We have to. We just have to. Otherwise, it's no good. Okay, so now we go back here. We take this one away. Here we go. Kind of like this. Then, you know, this one. Yeah. Now we go. And we can cut this area here. I did something that is both very good and very bad for my model. Because I made a version that didn't have the fur, it was just the kimono. And that version is still under the fur. So it does like... I'm not entirely sure if it will actually be... I think it will actually be detrimental now that I think about it. I think it might actually be detrimental. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a new skirt, but I am gonna keep the old skirt like as a backup on another file. I'll keep it on this layer. Let's see. And skirt new. There we go. This should work. And this one, we're gonna actually delete the white part. So we can see the fur better. Honestly, can I... Yay! Actually take a little shortcut here. Hey Red Eye, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Did I remember to tell you that the payment is confirmed and everything is alright? I think I might have. Anyways, the payment's confirmed and everything's alright. How are you doing today? Did you have fun? Have you been doing good? Hope it's been a good week for you. There we go. Okay, so we do it like this. Perfect. Now we can start doing the fur. That is good to hear. So I am... Okay, took that off. I could have sworn I edited this. Weird. Anyways. Let's see. Formidable. It's formidable. Right. So we take this part off. That is good to hear. That is good to hear. Man, I am still flabbergasted by the timing of that commission. I didn't know. I didn't know there was... Thank God I managed to finish it in a good time. So this one... Yeah, I think this is fine for what we want. Good, make it a little bit rounder here. I think... I'm not entirely sure why this is in this color. It doesn't really have to be. But yeah, the pieces are connecting. Now I can take this one off. Yeah, it's a little bit fuzzy on where it starts and where it ends, this particular piece. But I think this one's a fair guess. And we put it here. And then we go back here, specifically delete this one. Here we go. Here. This. Do this. And I can take this one out, no problem. So here. I think I wanna do this. Or this here. There we go. Perfect. It's fine. So we're gonna need more layers. There we go. But yeah, hope everyone is doing good. Everyone's having a great week. I had an interesting day today. Today is a holiday in Brazil. So usually I will have I will have drawing classes. But today I didn't. And I decided, well, the stream is already scheduled for nighttime. So I might as well keep it nighttime. So I just had myself a sort of day off. I mean, sorta. Still, like, there was stuff I was gonna do, but I ended up not doing it because certain things didn't line up. And basically, what didn't line up is that I was a dumbass and I forgot how big of a holiday it was today. So I was gonna actually go to the mall. I think my mom wanted to pick something, so we were supposed to go there together to do some shopping. But what we didn't realize was that the mall is closed during the holiday. There would like be no stores open. I think only usually when it's like big holidays like this, The only thing that opens is the movie theater, if that much. So we didn't realize this. And on the bright side, we didn't just straight up like got there and the whole thing was closed. So we could at least avoided that much. We avoided that kind of situation. But still kind of sad. I was kind of getting into the mood of actually going out a little bit. But it was still a nice day. It's still a nice day. Decided to take a tiny break since I am now between commissions. Okay. So I'll probably... I actually have your character here that I haven't released yet. This one. I do want to make this as your character here. I'm not entirely sure if... I mean, I don't think your character here commissions would like really want to make their own made outfit design. They would rather have me already had the made outfit ready. I will like add like customizations for like changing the ribbon colors or something like that. I did notice that people really like your character here because you don't really have to think too much about the commission. One thing that I've been struggling a little bit when it comes to making commissions as a pixel artist animator is that pricing your art when it's animated, it's not very straightforward. Like at all. The modes that I gotten for how to price it were mostly for actual like game assets. So they work a little bit differently that from what people might be expecting. And I don't know how much that helps. I noticed that your character here are very welcomed by people. People really like them. It's like very, very straightforward. You know what you're paying, you know what you get. Pretty good. For first-time customers in particular, I think. Because I'd like to think that after you know me and you know what I'm all about, right? It's not that hard to ask for commissions. Okay, so now let me think. This one right here. Oh. Ding, ding. The people also actually do get overwhelmed with like too much possibility. Like, oh, can I ask anything? Really? And it makes sense, honestly. Like you're given like literally every option, you're gonna draw blanks, right? But yeah, there we go. Okay. So go here. I think I want like this. Hey Ferdhat, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We're making model work today. How are ya? Hope you're doing good. To think of it. Am I doing this correct? I am. Good. You got older? Happy birthday! I hope you got older because of your birthday. I have no experience in helping with time travel related accidents. Unfortunately. Don't worry about it. It's quite alright. I'm pretty sure. Here's your solace for your birthday. Everyone who's already older than you will still be older than you. That doesn't change. No matter how much they would like that to change, that won't change. Oh, interesting. I picked the wrong layer. Okay. I'm sort of happy it's a repeating number. 33 is good. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to have repeating numbers. They don't come by often. First time you get one is at 11, then 22, then 33. Then progressively they get a little bit worse, like 44, 55, 66, 77, 88. 99 is like the one that is really, really hard to reach. But they are fun. Yes. I do like repeating numbers in general. It gives like a nice feeling, kind of like when you have an animation that's on a perfect loop. I really like those too. In case you didn't notice, 90% of my animation work is perfect loops. Like this one. Still love myself a looping sprite. Thank you. So that's the thing that was weird about this. I see now. I see now. Okay, so new layer. This one will actually go down. And we copied this here. Take this one out. How are you doing? I'm doing nice. Momochi is doing nice too. She's a little bit sleepy from what she told me. It's really funny to see Momochi on her PC on her days off. She will randomly fall asleep while working, which is an ability. Like the ability to fall asleep while sitting down. I do not possess that. I do not have that. Funny little side note to just check it. I'm at 11 months and Momo is at I'm at 11 months and Momo is at 22 and I just turned 23. Numbers are fun. Numbers are fun. Numbers are fun. That's the issue with math. Numbers are fun, but then they introduce the letters. And that's where things all go to shit. That's when it all goes to shit. Goddamn. So over here. Or some length, by the way. It is funny when numbers line up. It feels like there's like some grander meaning to the numbers lining up, doesn't it? I don't mind numbers too much, and I'm as good at geometry because I could visualize objects well. I don't mind letters. Okay. Okay, so I don't really want this part here to be lit. We can kind of do it like this, I think. Or maybe just erase this part entirely. Let's see here. Wait, I'm confused. Ah, right, okay. So what I want is this here with something like this. There we go. This is what I want. And apparently I made a bunch of boo-boos here. Okay, I can let go of this one here. So this one can disappear. This one can disappear. There we go. What did I do? There we go. Okay, so this one can disappear. We got all the layers built up here. Yeah. And such. There it is, already well built up. Now I just need to do the left and right separation. Yeah. There we go. Now I am gonna delete this part here. Right. Oh my god, Fat Shark suddenly fixing Dark Tide. Oh, is that the one? I think I know that one. Is that the one that's Warhammer, but everyone's a pirate? Is that the one? It's Warhammer, but everyone's a pirate? Because I think I remember stuff about that. It's Warhammer 40k, yes, but your conscript. Ooh, I see. Let me see. What is my right? Okay, so my right is over there. So in that case, we're gonna go do this. And go here. There we go. And then for the left, I got almost 400 hours in it. Oh, sorry, only 300. Oh, it's okay. I think it's a slight miscalculation. Honestly. That is a lot of sunken time, especially for a game that's like not online. Must be hell of addicting. Oh, it is online. Okay, okay. Like not like in a live servicey way. It's like just regular multiplayer. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Technically, yeah. Okay, okay. Combat is very deep. No, that is sounds. That's valid. That sounds very valid. I think I can cut the pieces in some like bigger pieces than the middle one. The middle one was like very tricky because it's kind of bendy. But this one can definitely put you here. And we take this part out. I think we're good for this. Then let's see. Then I will take this part here. Up to, I think here. Right? We slice this part right here. We put it here. And now we add more pieces to it, essentially. Very fun. That is good. It is good. My current obsession is with Monster Train. I've been streaming it a lot too. But honestly, just playing it offline. It's actually been like really refreshing that I can actually play a game that I'm streaming offline also. I'm usually worried about like not playing a game offline and like going over stuff that would be like good content. Don't really have to worry that much about that in Monster Train. Game has like a lot of stuff, and basically I can just do normal runs when I'm not streaming. And I can keep the challenging stuff for the stream. There's like because there's the challenge mode, and the challenge mode is like really fun. Just funny in general too. There we go. Now this part here. Here. There we go. There we go. Here we are. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine. And this whole thing here, we can kind of over. I think I'm gonna overwrite it actually. Yeah, so I don't have to change the name again. There you go. Easy peasy. We got the far right part, okay? Now we need to start the far left part. This one's gonna be bigger. With a lot more stuff for us to do. But it is fine. It is fine. It's repetitive work, but I think repetitive work can be very, very relaxing. Especially with the right soundtrack. And good company. So here we go. Man, I can't wait like, I have a lot of anime that I'm following right now, and I really like them. But at the same time, I can't wait for a new anime season. Because I kind of just want to see what they'll actually release next. God, I love nonsense anime. I really love nonsense anime. The last time they released one this season, I already talked about it. It's about a ninja that's roommates with an assassin. And the ninja is a complete klutz. But she knows how to use this one very overpowered jutsu that lets her turn inanimate objects into levers. I saw it, I haven't actually seen it. It's really fun, but you kind of have to enjoy Gallows humor in order to enjoy it. But it's really, really funny. It is very morbid, but it is very funny. I enjoy my spot. You're probably gonna enjoy it. Honestly, you're probably gonna enjoy it then. Good bot, Saribot. The anime will pull off some unhinged jokes. Like, the anime will actually crank up all its budget to condense it into one single amazing animation, only to have the person responsible for that one single amazing moment of Sakuga animation to be like immediately one-shotted. I recently finished my insta-kill ability is OP or something. That is... I'm gonna guess by the name that that's an isekai. How did that go for you? I have not seen that one. Can you run me down what the anime is like? It's so fucking over the top, it might as well be in the same vein. That is nice. That is nice. There's a lot of isekai. There's a lot of isekai. And it's kind of getting to a point where it's kind of funny, because a lot of it isn't very innovative, like, at all. But whenever someone actually comes up with like an original concept, it's really interesting just to see how can they even inject more stuff, more lifeblood into the genre. Main character is an SCP from a world who can kill anything he tells to die, and he gets isekai and he's literally still strong. It's a pretty good poking fun at the whole genre. Ah, I see. Yeah, most of the like better isekai is usually making fun of the genre at this point. It is pretty interesting. There was one isekai that I thought was... At first, I thought I didn't like it, but then I actually got engrossed in the story. It's one where it's like this depresso espresso sensei kind of person. Gets isekai into another world after trying to Sudoku himself with his love interest, because they were both extremely depressed. But instead of living an eternal life together with his lover, he just gets isekai'd and has to rescue a cat girl in another world. And the story keeps making like references. Haven't seen that one, I don't think. It is very special. It is very special because strictly speaking, the dude isn't like a very good person or good role model, but for some reason, he is strangely wise. He's strangely wise. And the whole premise is that he gets isekai'd into a world that went a little too trigger happy with getting people from other worlds to try and beat the Demon Lord. And because of that, there are now like just a bunch of random isekai protagonists running around in that world. And they all suck because the Demon Lord got defeated, and instead of going back to their worlds, they just kept lingering in the isekai world. And now they are literally causing trouble for the people living in the isekai world. They just won't go away, and they decided that they want to rule that world, right? So it's kind of like the Demon Lord is dead, now the heroes are the issue. And he gets isekai there specifically to get rid of the other isekai characters. And every isekai character gets one cheat skill that is on par with JoJo. JoJo levels of power. I found that one pretty amusing. I hope it gets a new season. It might not. It might not. It's fine if it doesn't. But like, it was really funny because it was really interesting because there's a lot of comedy. Some of it doesn't really land. There's a lot of I just wanna die jokes. And the guy like keeps popping, just straight up popping sleeping medicine like it's candy. Like at least the anime is like, oh yeah, this is terrible for you. He is constantly poisoned. He constantly has the poison status. For middle one. For middle two. But like, it's pretty cool when he starts wakening up his ability to get rid of the bad isekai protagonist. Because it involves him doing like some small psychoanalysis. Because he's a writer. He's a teacher and he's a writer. So his whole thing, his whole power is that he can understand people's stories. And he can write the stories of the isekai and use that comprehension story to send them back to their world. And literally, like, everyone who gets isekai gets like has like some sort of trauma. Do you like reading or audiobooks? Personally, I do enjoy reading more, I think, but haven't really gotten the time to read a whole lot. Although I am a very fast reader, so I am a little bit spoiled like that. Last book I read was a book on improv. Really good book, really good book. I don't have the name with me right now, but it's by a guy named Jack Napier, if I'm not mistaken. Thought it'd be interesting to read that. I typically get larger books because I listen to them when I drive. Look, I like audiobooks. I like audiobooks in concept a lot. Sometimes I will like get like a classic one on YouTube that's like free. copyright free books, right? Like, I don't know, The Stranger. I actually listened to The Stranger a little bit. The other while ago, I also heard, I think it was The Sea Wolf, because that one was a book that when I was younger I bought because it had wolf in the title, and I was very let down to hear that it was about a captain that pretty much abuses his whole crew and picks up a straggler one day. And it's kinda like Moby Dick adjacent. It's Moby Dick adjacent, but it doesn't have like the whale making everything spicier. You know, the guy this one is this guy club seals for a living. And no, there is no extremely slippery seal that gets away from him every time, and he has sworn to club that one seal that he can never get. It's actually like a kind of anticlimactic what happens in the book, honestly. I have 450 titles on my Audible, and some of those books are multiple books at once. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. I heard of Audible. I haven't checked how good their prices are in my country, though. It seems like something that could get downright addicting. Like, whenever... Sometimes I wake up at night and have trouble sleeping. So I will, like, randomly find, like, a channel that has... how do you say... A channel that has D&D playthrough, you know? And I'll just keep hearing that. And sometimes I actually understand what's going on. Most of the times, not really. But then again, that's my fault for picking Legends of Aventris, which is like the randomest D&D session that ever lived. Whole thing happens in the Feywild, and since it's like a stream, I think chat has the ability to donate to redeem curses. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't caught them live, so I don't know if that's how it really works. But from my understanding, or at least how I would actually do it, is... And it's probably how they do it, honestly. The whole thing happens in the Feywild, and because it's the Feywild, things can randomly happen. Just randomly happen completely. Really, really funny things, mind you. Ooh, okay, this is freaky. Let's hide the lags. And now I have to do all this again. Valid. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's fun. It's fun. I think I'm on chapter 37, but honestly, I probably only heard like 10% of each chapter. Which is really great because if I ever get to the end, I can just replay everything again and I'll be fine. Okay, so sitting first, sitting skirt. So first, let's do this. Let's do this. I'll take the sitting skirt and I'll do the edit. Where we take out this part here. You I've been taking drawing lessons that are really like reinforcing my basic knowledge of art and correcting a few things that I have self-taught myself wrong. But thankfully, and I was really afraid because I made this model a while ago, and been a while since I've been working. I was worried that I might feel like the proportions on this model were too wonky and I would like have to rework it. But actually, thankfully, I got it right the first time. At least while working on it so far, I haven't seen anything that I thought would be like egregious and necessary to change. So, way to go, me. Alright, so this is fine. Well, technically, if we're being quite honest, it would be like this. Even though this whole part is gonna be like completely blocked off. You wanna do it correctly. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, audiobook sounds fun, actually. Audiobook sounds really fun. Here we go. Thank you for the lurk, Whiskey. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, so furry time. So here. Middle fur. New layer. So this part here, I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I can actually fix a little bit of this. It's a little bit messy the way it is. Go. I have to repent at 9 shrines in Nobility Freedom, so I'm busy. Oh god. What did you do? Good luck on your penance quest. Honestly, some of the gods in Elder Scrolls are kinda just a little bit peachy. Not gonna lie. You did nothing, just got told to do it. That sounds like an. That sounds like an. Now, what was I thinking here? It feels like a very... This feels very messy. Okay, so... Here's what you do. Here's what we do. Quest time. Go questing. Good luck, Whiskey. So I do definitely think I need more pieces here. But I am not entirely sure. How to piece them, if you will. Okay, so here's what I think I'll do. Put take this part here, here, part. take that. Put as middle fur. Out. Now we add this here. Put a peanut part like this. Yeah. And like okay. We go. Yeah, I think this is better. I believe this is better. I like this. Now for the sitting fur, I shall take this whole part off. There we go. Oh yeah, I also gotta do this. Take the thatch off real quick. Then we go back here. Little fur. Get like this. There we go. There we go. Cool. Wait. Oh. I put it in the wrong layer. That's fine. That is fine. There we go. The thing that always throws me off in these is the fact that even though you are swapping to a specific layer, you are not necessarily having that layer selected. I think I want one more. We kind of want more detail here. Yeah, like this. I want this one here. Like these. And more like these. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here we are. Another channel that I do enjoy for RPG Tingus is the Adventure is Nigh. It's from the people who ran away from the Escapist. Second Wind. The Second Wind channel. Theirs is pretty cute. Theirs is pretty cute. It's also a little bit more well structured. So I can actually follow that along until I fall asleep more easily. They do have like less content because it's much more heavily edited. And it's almost a shame to listen to it only through audio. Because they do have like little animations in the middle. It's like really interesting. It's like a completely different way to do it, I think. Them D&Ds. Okay, so this thing here is Gucci completed. Now we gotta focus on this. New layer. New layer. Sit for left. and set for right. Now, once again, I need to make sure I remember which one is left and which one is right. Yeah, left is this way. Good. Because the left and right are inverted in here for reasons. Very, very specific reasons. Now, we slice it in the middle. Put this one. Whoop. Whoa, that was kind of weird. Put this one here. There we go. Then we go back here. And put this one here. Now we can take this one off. And we can do this. Oh, I can do something. Hold on. Because the left gets overlapped by the right. Theoretically, I can make this piece a little bit bigger. So if we get... Yeah. That way it fits. It fits well enough. There we go. Good. Okay, so this is good. You layer. Now we splice it a little bit. Take this part here. So we put it here. Gonna separate it a little harder. I originally intended to. Kind of. And this one needs to be the first one. Layer. Thing for left. Maybe I should start using the scissors. That way it's easier. Like separate these parts. Okay, so this one's out. There. Now I will put this here. Then I will go back here and immediately delete this part. Go. No, I think I'm gonna actually ask this to be the next song I'm gonna sing on. Like a very jazzy, chill song. Should be fun. I'm a shapeshifter. Change my to my core. Please don't take off my mask. Reveal my place to hide, I see. Do, 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 do. So, yeah, I think I just need to cut this in this piece. Then we just delete here. There we go. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. I'm a sharpshooter at Paul's masquerade. Hiding both face and mind, all free for you to show. I'm a sharpshooter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise. There we are. Okay. We did it, we did it. This part here, now we go to this part. New layer, angelic layer. Have you guys ever watched an angelic layer? I haven't. I read the manga though. Not entirely sure there was an anime, but there was a Game Boy Advance game. Weirdly enough. Did you guys know that Clamp actually released a Mega Man Battle Network clone based on one of their mangas? It's true. I actually played the thing. Was weird. The anime name was Angelic Layer. It was the story of a little girl who really wanted to meet her mother, but her mother was always away at work, so away at work that she was actually raised by her aunt. And what was the mother's job? Being the #1 champion there ever was, the best one that ever was. She was the champion of this sport, I wanna say, question mark, where they would take these little android little girls, right, and they would beat the shit out of each other. So basically it was like a fighting video game, but in real life, because you had the little robots doing the fighting. And it was Clamp's earnest attempt at making content for boys. Main protagonist was still a girl though. And it was very like sort of Pokemon-ish in a way. It was really uncanny. One thing that was really uncanny about that anime though was that the main girl looked eerily like Sakura, but like a tomboyish version of Sakura card captors, if that makes any sense. She was a very boyish girl. It was a very boyish Sakura, and she had like a Tomoyo at home best friend. Because that's kind of the thing. If you read a lot of Clamp manga at once, they kind of start to blend in a little bit. Like there are, I don't know why they have like a male type, a particular male type that they really favor. And they will redraw that one male archetype in every single thing. There are a lot of Sakura brother clones, essentially, throughout their work. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, they try to create variants from it, so it's not as bad as the guy from... what the guy from Fairy Tail is apparently doing with, like, that one other anime where the kid has, like, gravity powers. But it is noticeable. Did I do it? Oh my god, I seem to have done it. It seems I have done it. And it didn't take half as long as I thought it would take. Well, actually, it took about half as long as I thought it would take. I thought it might take 3 hours, it took 1 hour and a half, so... That was actually a wrong sentence. It took exactly half the time I thought it would take. Anyways. GG indeed. Now I just need to name the layers so things don't get all weird. So this is middle for sit 1. Middle for set 2. Okay, so real question. Does anyone care if I spoil the Angelic Layer ending? I feel like I can't talk about that manga without talking about the ending. Because the ending is kinda batshit insane. Because the whole story is about a girl who wants to meet her mother, so she becomes an Angelic Layer fighter, only so she can meet her mother. Because her mother is so elusive and evasive that the only way she's gonna be able to talk with her own mother is if she's facing her in a tournament. And the big revelation, and I'm gonna guess since nobody like scream it at the top of their lungs that it's okay to talk about the ending of this extremely kind of hard, probably kind of hard to find manga at this point, is that her mother was very shy. Her mother was very shy. She thought her daughter was too cute, so she couldn't talk to her at all. She had like shy parent syndrome. So because of that, because she had social anxiety with a little baby, she just dove into the world of fighting dolls and earned prize monies to buy her nice stuff, but never actually have to talk to her. And the best part is, and by best I mean worst, is that they never actually speak. Even at the end of it all. Even at the end of the show, she doesn't talk to her mother. You literally get like the reveal of why was her mother like that from another character talking for her mother and explaining in detail. And the girl never gets the answer too. She, for all she knows, it's like, yep, I think my mother might hate me, but at least I have the world of Angelic Layer, Escopium. It's kind of how it ends. It's really weird. It's really weird. Everyone is chill with this for some reason. Everyone's completely chill with this for some reason. Clamp makes some unhinged characters. I don't know if you guys know this, but Clamp kind of makes some really unhinged characters. I also remember there was this this other anime slash manga that was like really famous, and also really famous because they never actually finished it. So it's a little bit more on the infamous side than famous, where it's like the story about like this yaoi couple, and that like they're like everything is hunky-dory, everything is okay, and all of the sudden, pretty much out of the blue, out of nowhere, it comes out of left field completely. There's like this prophecy where the world is going to end. It's called, I think it's called 1999X is the name. And because like 1999 is like, ooh, Nostradamus said this is when the world is gonna end and stuff like that. Inspired a lot of people to write their own like little end of the world fanfic, right? And Clamp was one of these people. So they did this, they did some heavy yaoi because they're Clamp, of course they're gonna do that. So, and it's like kind of it's really weird because the thing is the boy love couple is stuck in the middle of this prophecy where one of them is going to be the one who tries to save the world and the other one will be the one who tries to end the world, right? So you'll get a lot of drama out of that. But the problem is they didn't actually bother to give the hot guy a reason to want to end the world. So he kind of just wants to end the world because the prophecy said so, and the prophecy kind of brainwashes him into. So it feels like really, really lazy writing, where it's like, why are you doing this? And the guy's like, lol, I literally don't know. Like, I don't know if there was going to be a reveal where, like, it wasn't the prophecy, he, like, had these dark thoughts of ending the world all along or something like that. But we'll never know, because they never finished the story. And also, everyone was psychic. Everyone was psychic, and they could fly, and there were a bunch of bishonens, hot bishonens in wings. Some of the wings were black because, oh my god, it's so symbolic and stuff, you know? It is an anime of all time, absolutely. Like, for every hit that Clamp has, they have, like, some terrible misses. And honestly, that is pretty much how the creative process works. This is basically what being a creator is all about. It's about trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, and sometimes hitting walls because you're trying to innovate and do interesting stuff. And sometimes it works, sometimes it lands flat. And the thing is, you gotta pick yourself up and keep trying, which is like really hard. But the difference between failures and setbacks is whether or not you kept trying. If you kept trying until you succeed, every one of your failures is just a setback. If you give up, every one of your failures is a failure because you didn't succeed the thing. It's kind of like that saying that it's always a true happy ending. If it's not a happy ending, it's because it's not over. You know that one? Kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing. Of course, not everyone has the luxury of trying indefinitely. So you also need to know when to cut your losses, but for the most part, yeah. You gotta be capable to lick your own wounds sometimes. And not be too prideful if you wanna do something. You wanna do something good. And I think it's also like very comforting to know that people who did like great things also did some poo-poo shit stuff too. Getting back up is the hardest part indeed. And Clamp is kind of like when they get stuff wrong or bad, like when they mess up, like they really mess up, you know? Case in point being a little piece called Bloodsea. And boy, do I have personal grievances about Bloodsea. Like, goddamn. Hey, Camel God, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I was talking about Clamp today. Hope you're doing good. So, have you guys ever seen Bloodsea? It's a really, really weird fever dream of an anime. Gouda! Ooh, delicious cheese. But yeah, I don't know if you guys ever watched Bloodsea. Bloodsea is Clamp's attempt at making the most gory anime possible. Which is really funny because you get a bunch of characters that look like a Sakura Card Captor cast. And then there's blood splattering everywhere. But the problem is that they tried so hard to make it as bloody as possible that they tried a little bit too hard. So there's a point where people aren't people anymore. They're blood balloons. You know what I mean? You know how the vampires in Limbus Company, the game that Momochis play, they refer to their ghouls as blood bags? Well, in this anime, everyone's a literal blood bag. I remember there was like a point where there's like this ginormous evil bunny. They squeeze a person and the person literally turns into like tomato sauce and like explodes everywhere. It feels like satire. I am literally not sure if they were trying to be serious with that one or not. To this day. To this day, I don't know. Also, as for the whole story, basically, there's a girl who is a schoolgirl, and she hunts yokais, and the yokais want to feast on the human's blood, and she stops them. The end. That's pretty much it. The part that peeves me about that anime, though, is that it was actually supposed to be an entry on a series that I actually liked. That was the Blood series. There's a manga called Blood, and there's an anime called Blood Plus that came before this. And they are like good stories. They are good stories. The Blood manga is a standalone. Wait. Okay, hold up. I know of Blood Plus, never watched it though. Blood Plus is like a really funny anime for me, and I really, really like it because I actually watched that with my mother. She actually got so into that one anime. I thought it was really funny because like one thing was showing Death Note. Death Note is one of those anime that even though you don't know anything about anime, you don't know any anime tropes whatsoever, you can still enjoy. It's like one of the greatest anime for you to like introduce to a person who is not familiar with anime at all. And I wasn't sure if she was going to like Blood Plus, but she actually loved it. It sort of got my mom addicted to anime. She watches it more than me now. That is cool. My mom doesn't watch anime. Usually she will watch series that I like curate for her, so to speak. So like the series that she watched back to back so far, she only watched 3 series back to back so far. One was Death Note. We watched that when it was coming out. She watched Blood Plus she loved. Hello Ratty, how are you doing? And the series she's currently watching that she's really enjoying is Apothecary Diaries. So she is more into the more grounded type of anime, you know? I'm doing good too. Oh, that is a good feat, Camel God. Naruto is a way more anime for people who are already familiar with anime, you know? Apothecary is amazing. It is an amazing story. My mom isn't too into animation. She is unfortunately one of those people who will relate more to live action than she will to animation. She doesn't get as emotionally involved. There are plenty of people, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, but it is what it is, that have difficulty forming a emotional relation to pictures of people rather than actual people. That is why Disney is trying to invest so heavily into the live action remakes. It's to get this crowd. It's like, it's not even like out of malice or out of spite or anything like that. It's just like I think it's like it's a neurological thing that makes it harder for them to connect if they're not seeing an actual person, or at least a very realistic depiction of a person. I always recommend someone Death Note for someone who has not seen anime. It is the best entry-level anime ever. I got my mom into anime too. She's watching Naruto. Apothecary Diaries is like a detective sort of thing, right? Her favorite character at the moment is Rock Lee. She started last month. She's already almost 100 episodes. She put them home. Makes sense. And Rocky Lee is goated. Rock Lee is one of the best characters, no question about it. Oh, I'm in the wrong frame, that's why. My mom caught up with One Piece. That is amazing. That is amazing. Also, One Piece is another anime for anime that's more anime. Although it is very mainstream. It is very mainstream, so there is a compelling story. Zoro is her favorite. Shivan has sticker of him. Also a very good choice. Zoro is very goated too. Must say. Are very good choices. My cousins absolutely love One Piece. They love One Piece. They're made their... One of my cousins has made sure to turn his son and daughter into One Piece fans as well. It's very cute. After I watched Konosuba, I can't wait for season 4. I told my mom about it and then she watched it too. Nice. Konosuba is an anime for people who watch anime. And I think I should start actually explaining what the hell does that mean. Anime has a lot of like self-contained, self-referential cultural stuff in it, right? Mums are cool. So the more you watch anime, the more you understand about anime. And anime is very self-referential in the sense that they recognize their tropes, right? And a lot of the time they're gonna make fun of their own tropes. So if you're not in the know-how of anime, whenever anime does something that's a little bit more self-referential, the person watching, will just like be, that was weird, what was that? Why is he talking about that? And they will absolutely not mesh at all. It's kind of like a turn off for people when this sort of stuff happens. Because like, let's say one of the characters called the other a tsundere, right? If you never watched an anime in your life, you're like, did he just call her a turtle? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. What the fuck is a tsundere? It's a little bit like when you're trying to watch a science fiction show that's like five or 10 episodes in, and they're like, oh, the reflux capacitor is concombulating the Jigama Jingo. And they're like, I don't know what any of that means. Right? So it is like anime has a little bit of lore, so to speak. You kind of need to be aware of that. Very not friendly anime for a non-anime watcher would be Gintama for sure, Lamal. Lots of stuff would make no sense at all. Exactly. I'll be real. Gintama sometimes doesn't make sense for me either, because it isn't just about watching anime. It's about Japanese pop culture in general. They make so many references like that like goes completely over your head. Sometimes you're thinking they're just being funny at random, and they're actually making a reference to like the Prime Minister of Japan, and you just don't know. And it's an actual like reference from that one time the Prime Minister of Japan ate fried shrimp rice in live broadcast or something like that. I'm not saying that the Prime Minister of Japan has ever eaten fried shrimp live, but that's the level of specificity that they will go for their jokes. By the way, chat, do you know the source of this? Do I have it here? Please tell me I have it here. Do you guys know the source of this face? Y'all probably know this as the Joey face, right? Yeah, so here's the thing. Hold up. I'm gonna blow your minds right now. I'm about to blow your face. Not your face. I'm about to blow your mind. So what I want to show you guys is this. Are you guys ready to be completely blown out of your water? Behold. This man is real, and he is the source of the Joey face. He is a Japanese pro wrestler. And his name is Antonio Inoki. His chin is like that. And Joey's face is a direct reference to this guy. That face wasn't drawn at random. It was completely based off this guy. But because we don't know about culture, to us it was about Japanese culture, pop culture. It was just a funny face. Just a random funny face that we were like, haha, that's so random. He's making a face that's kind of manly and challenging. That is so funny. It's because it's the face of a pro wrestler. And that's the smile he would give his challengers. Isn't this wild? And if I didn't tell you guys, you probably would never even figure that out on your own, because everything's in Japanese. How are you going to? But there you go. That's the story of that. What? Zor! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Fluffy Dragon Raid. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Momochi, can you do the shouties, please? And thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it. Oh, you were arting. What were you arting? What were you arting today? Were you not? Wait. No. It did the bug. It did the bug. The shoutout shouted me out instead. But it shouted you out. Momochi, I think you... Yeah, you did a typo. Kitsuve... It's not Kitsuvasion, it's Kitsuvalon. That happens when you type someone who doesn't exist. Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, okay, okay. I was like, oh, did Zars decided to pick up drawing? I didn't know. Don't worry, don't worry. I did that a lot too, let's be real. Playing FNAF 1 to 3 Sister Location Pizza Simulator. So basically you're doing like a marathon of the whole shebang. Damn. I'll be real, Five Nights at Freddy's is a game I just watched. I never actually played. FNAF 4 didn't want to work, I see. 4 wasn't Sister Location, right? Which one was 4? Is 4 the one where you got like the Springtrap suite? I don't remember 4. No, that was 3. Ah, I see, I see. I remember watch PewDiePie playing it. Yeah, I watched Markiplier. And he is really, really smooth voice. Hello, everybody! It is I, Markiplier, the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. Markiplier was awesome too. I'll be honest though, I have not watched it in gosh years. Yeah, honestly, I would keep watching Markiplier to this day. However, I have a personal issue, which is called by, which is unfortunately my motion sickness. And since he plays a lot of horror games and a lot of horror games that came out are all first person, I have slowly declined my watch rate of him just because it was like every time there was a new visual, there was a 50% chance that it was actually going to make me sick. Which is so sad to say. Because, yeah. I really liked watching his videos. I really did. I still do, honestly. Sometimes when he plays something that it's compatible with the motion sickness. 6 hour stream. Wait, so and you played them all in 6 hours? I decided to skip the VR games because when the first VR game was up, it was like 4 hours and I was in the mood for it. That's fair. Wait, so you streamed it for 6 hours and you played all the games? Were you like speed running them? Didn't finish them? Okay, so it was more of a sampling stream. Gotcha. I may have put a little too many toggles in my model. Let me... organize this a little better. I never played any FNAF because I don't like horror games. That is absolutely fair. That is fair. Okay, so the fluff on the regular chest, okay. Is the fluff on the crossed arms alright? Yes. Okay. Good. Whoa, you have a lot of arms. I do. It's all toggles. I got like really greedy with toggles and I don't regret it. And where the hell did this come from? Where did this come from? Hold up. No. Fine. Okay, I'll just have to figure out which one. Probably... Ah, here we go. There we go. I went till I died and moved on to the next game. Ah, makes sense. The only FNAF game I ever played was the 2D one. That one does not scare. FNAF World? I never heard of that one. There's a 2D FNAF game? What is it like outside of not being scary? There we go. Like a FNAF Pokemon? I see. Wait, so do you capture the animatronics in this one? Interesting. That is interesting. Okay, so save. Did I do it? Did I do everything? I think I did everything. FNAF World was removed from Steam because it got bad reviews. You fight to get the characters. Ah. So I was thinking, since we got some extra time because I managed to finish the base stuff, I kind of wanted to make this one with a different hairstyle. Shall we try to give Mama Kiba a different hairstyle instead of the ponytail? What about an afro? You know what, Camogod? Just for you, I'm gonna give you a little preview of what that would look like. Alright, Zor, have a good one. Once again, thank you again for the raid. Hope you have a wonderful night. And have a good day or night, depending. On what your time zone is like. Yeah, so it would be something like this. Honestly, could look worse. I'm not gonna lie. It could look worse. But that is not the hairstyle we're doing today. I want to try to make Clownsos. No. I'm not entirely sure what style I want to make. One thing that I was thinking about, but it's like a little bit hard to pull off, is the dead mom, the dead mom hair. Do you know of the dead mom hair? The dead mom hair would... Hold up. Let me get this. Lord, Alfred, mom. Behold. It was very much popularized by this one particular anime. Called Full Metal Alchemist. That is the hairstyle. It is considered amongst most anime fans as sort of a cursed one. Yeah, it is a cursed hairstyle, Camel God, because every mom character that has this hairstyle dies. I don't know why. I don't make the rules. It just is. Just searching those some characters with it, and yep, they're all dead moms. They're all moms that are either dead by the start of the story, or that will die. I think it has a page on TV Tropes. I think this hairstyle has a page on TV Tropes. I'm not entirely sure, but it should have. It should have. Since I am already on a Virgin Killer sweater, I thought, hey, maybe I could give a more mummy look to my female form by using this. I could like give it a full makeover too if I really want to. Like change the front hair too. Could even be kind of... You know what? We have some free time. We could do this. We could try to do this, like a reimagining. Alternative hairstyle. Hold up. Kind of excited to do that. Oh, poor lunatic. But wait, Kiba, if you do that, will you die? No, don't worry about that. I'm a ninja, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Surely I can survive where all these characters have failed. Chihuahuas have 9 lives. Oi! I don't think that's quite right. We need Chihuahua toggle. Nah, not for the female model. When I do the male one, I will make one. For the female, I made the hair too puffy. Although it would be cursed as fuck, but... We have one, not in the pixel model though. And I didn't find room to put it on my... Yeah. Unfortunate. So let me see... How do I draw this in the model? So the way this would work is... I can't put this right here, actually. I would have to put it behind the hair. So, hold up. Dead mom ponytail. Perfect. Then we can put it... Na 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 na. Utaraman 7. Yakusan-man, Yakusan-man. Doramati. Have you guys ever heard the song, by the way, from beginning to end? Oh Taraman 7. I like the song, it's a very good song. You should release your playlist? I guess I can put it on Discord. I can put the link on Discord. Now that I'm looking at it, I think what I need to do is... Hold up, let's not do it like this. Let's not do it like this. Here. Where is it? Probably in the face. Yeah, side bang. We're gonna add a whole new side bang to the side bangs. So we take these out. Looks a little bit freaky, but bear with me. Hamster. Eh? Inside. Galaxy Hamster, your mission is almost complete. I remember that one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, so we take bang middle out and ding. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Hold up. It's gonna be really hard for me. Indeed, and now it's stuck in my head. I mean, honestly though, it's better to have a good music stuck in your head than a shitty one. At least it's a good music. Sweater cap. Where are the sweater ears? Yep, there we go. Okay, so straight up, let's just draw her a new hairstyle, and we go from there. Oh, interesting. Okay, it's gonna be fine. I think this is the first time I actually tried to draw Mama Kiba with different hairstyle. So I am kind of excited for it. Will Mama Kiba even look like Mama Kiba if I try a completely different hairstyle for her? Dun dun dun. Did you see Will Smith made a song about a lot of hate? A lot of hate on it, and it got stuck in my head. It's not a song I like either, so I agree on that for sure. Huh. Ah, I understand. Oof. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that Will Smith is a musician first. And I don't mean that as a diss, I just mean that his career here in Brazil is mostly known for, he's mostly just known for the movies. I think he actually wrote the song to Men in Black. If I'm not mistaken. Like the whole, here comes the Man in Black, something, something, something. Should watch more with Brazil movies. There are actually Brazilian movies that I would absolutely love to share with you guys. I would just love to show them to you guys. The problem is the fact that I'm not sure where I can find them subtitled. Because a lot of them have a lot of dialogue and it's delivered all very fast. So we would have like 3 different options, right? Option number 1 is I actually do translation work and I have to speak I speak over every single actor in the movie. You did that before and I don't know, that seems like a pain for you. It is painful, mostly because I haven't practiced it too much in a while. So it's like, how do I put it? I have to kind of put in order to translate things better, in order to simultaneously translate things, you kind of have to force your brain to enter ADHD mode, essentially. Because I did simultaneous translation courses for like 2 years. So you have a few techniques. If I recall correctly, I could do up to 2 behind, but 1 behind is better. But there are some others which are like tests of freakish might, which is the 2 behind, the 3 behind, the 4 behind is absurd. And none of these are lewd, I swear. So the obscure stuff or lesser known stuff, it just doesn't have English. Yes. Although I'm pretty sure that a lot of the most well-known stuff is still be fine. I think it's probably best we start with more well-known stuff and then go for the full obscure ones. Just because I don't want to freak you guys out too much. There is one that was released recently that the best way to describe that movie is Brazilian Life of Brian. There's technically a Brazilian Life of Brian. Kind of the same concept for a movie. Where it's the story of the hidden 13th disciple of Jesus. Which is basically just a complete it's just a random guy who's a complete fuck up that became a disciple by accident, and he's just kind of stumbling around in biblical times. Wait, so Monty Python, right? Or a copy? No, it's like it's taking the idea of Monty Python and making a Brazilian version of it, essentially. The guy in the movie has a really weird name. It's not Brian or anything like that. I'm just saying it's like a concept that you can equate. I hear it's actually very funny. It's very anachronistic though. Because there is one of the characters is a... One of the characters that the 13th Disciple meets is the one slave in Egypt that got left behind when Moses helped everyone cross the Red Sea. He got scared. He was like, I'm not entirely sure how long the sea will be split. So he kind of just stood there and got recaptured. It's kind of like that. It's that kind of silly humor. It's that kind of silly humor. It's very silly. It is a valid reason. Mikarateya, yes. And the 13th Disciple has a sister who is the most requisited prostitute in the entirety of the Roman Empire. And everyone knows his sister. So whenever he's in trouble, he says that he's her brother. And everyone's like, oh, no. I want to stay on her grace. She's really good. I want to stay on her good grace. She's like the best. And everyone's like, oh. And like, he escapes from trouble, but he has to hear that everyone banged his sister, essentially. It's another joke that's in the movie. It's very Brazilian humor. It's very Brazilian humor. What do you think about Mama Kiba with this kind of hairstyle? That is the one, Camel God. That is the name of the 13th Disciple, Hermano Teo. It is a absolutely goofy movie. It is a very goofy movie. It's a very good one. There's another one that is very surreal, that is about a guy who... Like, basically the movie starts by spoofing off Forrest Gump. And it's the guy who he lies so much. He talks about trees that have cups of coffee that you can collect directly from the tree in his stories. Another absolutely extremely silly, extremely funny movie. There's a coffee tree, there's a tree that has pastries in it, there is another tree for Guaraná, but you know, Guaraná tree, of course, but it's actually the soda, you just pick up the cans and drink from them. So guys, what are you thinking of this hairstyle for Mama Kiba? What are our thoughts for this kind of hairstyle? Oh, hey Sanamoe! Welcome to the stream! Nice! Okay, so let me close the base reference so I can see if I can make it a little bit more my style. How are you doing? Long time no see indeed! Welcome, welcome! Hope you're doing good. I could make her hair a little bit messier. Could be good. Doing fine, that's good to hear. Add a little bit more like this. Maybe. Not entirely sure that would make it better or worse, but it is a change. There is one thing I've been wanting to experiment with. Hold up. I'm gonna do something very, very experimental. Let's see if this works. Alright, Kib, at the end of the string, you can say, sure you can. But it's a pun to also say, sure you can. Yes, exactly. That is what that is, Camel God. How did it take that long? I hear I'm very subtle when making jokes. So I don't necessarily blame you. Okay, this looks like a Teletubby. You know how a lot of VTubers will have like the little ahoge that is a little heart? You know? I was thinking, what if ahoge but star instead? Yeah, I look like a Teletubby. Yeah, my unfortunately my ears are too up here to make that happen. Yeah. Unfortunate. Well, I tried. Doesn't fit my current design, unfortunately. Would be pretty cute though. Would be pretty cute. I think people have settled on the heart, and they should be trying other shapes. Like, imagine a robot girl that has the ahoge, like into a gear shape or something like that. I don't know if that would be too exotic, but I think it could work. Like, if I didn't have the ears, it would probably work on me too. But since I am a wolf boy / girl... Oh yeah, hold up, I do need to do this thing. Let me do this real quick. There's this one thing I need to do. Go. There we are. Back when I was thinking about ninja, doing ninja personas and stuff like that, and like do character stuff, I couldn't think of any good thing to do that would like make me feel like I'm more ninja. All I could remember was this one character from Disgaea. But they were kind of annoying. What they did, their gimmick was basically that they would bring... Oh, sorry. They would say ning at the end of every sentence because they were a ninja. So imagine me going a whole stream doing this, Ning. Wouldn't it be kind of annoying if I just ended every sentence with Ning Ning? That would be very Ning. You know, Ning? Nothing but me saying Ning Ning. I could see that being a routine. Okay, fair enough. You know what? If it's self-inflicted, that is fair game. If that is like self-inflicted, it would be fine. Could be a redeem, could be like a Sabaton goal, too. Sabaton goal is reached. I have to do this for 1 hour or something like that. There we go. Ring R. There we go. Okay, now I can hide them completely for now. I had completely forgot that was a thing I needed to do, but that was a thing I needed to do. And sweater cap is still working. With the hairstyle, I could... Where are the ear caps? There we go. You know, I'm kind of digging the hairstyle. Doesn't look too bad. We can make it work. Oh. Interesting. I don't know why I put it this one here. I don't really need to separate them right now. But it could be useful. For like testing. Oh, there we go. This looks nice actually. Alright, alright. I think it is cool. Okay, so I am gonna merge them for now. There we go. And let's add some details to it. Yeah, I did want to put a new layer here so we could do a little clip thing, maybe. Let's see. Maybe we could do... Which color can we do it? We could do this color. Yeah. There we are. But yeah, there are a bunch of... One movie in particular that I really like from Brazil. It's called The Colonel and the Werewolf. Coronel e o Lobisomem. That one I really would like to show because it just has a whole lot of different folklore, Brazilian folklore elements attached to it. It's the story of a colonel who is being accused of wrongdoing, but he claims nothing is his fault, and it's all the fault of the werewolf, that he's been cursed by a werewolf. And he keeps trying to defend against the judge, right? While he's being accused, and he keeps saying it's all the werewolf's fault. And he keeps telling outlandish stories of things that happened to him. The only thing I can think from Brazil is the blonde lady from Scary... It's a very well-made movie. I remember really enjoying it on the theater when it came out. I was like, oh my god, this is a really good movie made in Brazil. Because unfortunately, for some reason, Brazilian movies are a little bit bipolar in design, where they are either extremely heavy and depressing, or just overly slapstick, just have overly slapstick humor. Sometimes to the point of it being a little bit obnoxious, right? Or like extremely like depressing stuff too. A lot of them like involve crime and stuff like that. They're not like very positive movies. But every so often there is like a gem in the middle where it's like the right amount of humor for it not to be too cartoony. It's like, because there's like humor that is too... Don't know how to quite explain it. But it basically, the humor will come at the detriment of the story. So the humor is so overly cartoonish that it takes you out of the story, unfortunately. Yes, like very dumb humor sometimes, a little bit too... It's kind of like, laugh at this guy, he is doing silly things, but then you're like, yeah, but no human being acts like this. It's not relatable. It's like not very relatable at all, you know? Sometimes it literally feels like the humor writers are asking you to laugh at people because they're different. Have you seen Scary Movie before? Yes, I have. It's kind of like that, but somehow even less subtle. If you can't picture it. Imagine Scary Movie, teen movie, but less subtle. That would be how some Brazilian comedy movies are. Yes, it is possible. It is actually possible to be even less subtle than that. It's very hard to do. I'll be the first one to say that, but it's not impossible. Whoa, I thought Scary Movie was subtle. I don't know, like, I think Scary Movie 3 was the last subtle one. The one that has Charlie Sheen die with a giant boner in bed. That one has like zero subtlety. Ah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Although I do kind of like that one. There, I have like a special. There's a special place in my heart for that one joke, that one really dumb joke, where the alien is poking the guy's mouth with his thumb, and then the other alien is like, "We pee from our finger," and the other guy like goes, "Oh fuck, what is this thing in my mouth then?" I thought that was a funny gag. Pee fingers. But I will admit that it's very dumb and immature. I will concede on that, but it did make me chuckle. It did make me chuckle. Not gonna lie. Doesn't take that much to make me chuckle, honestly. You just don't have to... Just don't be extremely obnoxious all the time and it will be fine. But yeah, so... There is another type of humor here in Brazil that is a little bit too prevalent because of how old humor shows would work here in Brazil, which is basically the... So there was this old comedy show here in Brazil that was called Little School. I don't really have a translation. It's Raimundo's Little School, a escolinha do professor Raimundo, which was basically a kind of a night school for adults who were like, I don't know, trying to make up for like not being illiterate, and they were trying to learn how to read and write. And the main joke was that everyone was either every character was like a very rigid stereotype of something, and these characters would just go over on the show. It was extremely formulaic. Basically, what would happen is the teacher would have a question for them, right? And then they would go up to answer, but their own their own quirks and stereotypes would get in the way for them to give a proper answer to the question. And I'll be very real. Some of those stereotypes were very, very problematic. Like, to talk about the gay character, it's like every single gay stereotype, and it was aired during an era where making fun of people for being gay was widely accepted. So it was very... Well, I'll just say it. The best translation I have for that character was he was named like Mr. Cock. Actually, the best way to translate his name was yours Cock. That would be his name. Does Brazil have a big LGBTQ community? They do. We do. We actually do. I don't even know how... I will be real. I have no idea how the LGBT community feel about these characters. But I don't think I have seen that one character around anymore. You know what I mean? I don't think I have seen that character. Was it less so then? No, they just didn't have a voice to speak up. They just couldn't act offended before. For being very honest, this show aired in like the 70s and 80s. Then it dragged on its course through the 90s and early 2000s with like rehashed ideas and different versions. Like different different TV broadcasts would actually have like a bootleg version of the show. There were a lot of copycats, exactly. There was this one character that I think was prevalent in the copycat shows too, where it was like a hot woman who was extremely smart, but whenever she got the questions right, she got extremely horny and would take a piece of clothing off. I only like the Goleo ones because the other ones were just too awful. Yeah, that was the whole joke. The whole joke was she would take her clothes off. She would be like, oh my god, when I get this question right, it makes me feel so hot, and then she would take a piece of clothing off. Yeah, that is absolutely a thing. One of the characters was straight up a SA victim that said she enjoyed it, so I don't know how worse it. I think that's the worst one. That's probably the worst one. That one the copycats did not mimic. That one was just in the original. Yeah, no, it's awful. It's awful. I watched that as a child. How did I watch that as a child? Like, goddamn. That one was like triply offensive because it's offensive to victims of abuse. It's offensive to the S&M community because it was wildly misinterpreting what SM is. So yeah, like, good job on that, I guess. Woohoo! I think I remember why I preferred watching English sitcoms on cable TV. I think I remember why. It is. And the worst part is, it was very repetitive. Like I said, it was very formulaic. Most of the jokes weren't that funny. Some of the characters just, like, outright didn't really make any sense. There was one character who had like a bozo hair, right? And his thing is that he really liked airplanes. So whenever he got called to answer a question, it wasn't about airplanes, and he would pick a toy airplane and go or something like that, like making the engine noise. And that was the whole character. And I'm like, what is that supposed to be? I know, it's a guy who acts weird and has a strange hairstyle that makes him look like an airplane. He's like a human airplane. Laugh. And I'm like, why? It is. It's a very... It was very specific of its time. It was essentially sketch comedy, right? But it was a single character. It was a single character. And there were variations of it. I will say, some of it were much better executed than others. Like, for instance, there was a show called Cacete Planeta, which really translates to Dick and Planet, which was a spoof of a news show that just was complete random nonsense jokes, but the writers were really funny. They had a few characters as well, but there was more nuance to them, right? Because the main problem, outside of all the problematic stuff that is, but the main problem with the formula from the Escolinha, you'd think the news people appreciated that show. I don't know. The TV station, they made a lot of fun off the TV station. I think they were just given free reign, though, to do what they wanted. But it was like a really funny show. Not everything in that show probably aged very well. I do remember very fondly they had characters. But the thing with the characters that they had is that they would actually write actual stories for the characters to be in. So there was this one character that was called Masaranduba, and his whole thing is that he was a rat gym. So he's like a bodybuilder, bro. It was focusing on our politics as well, make fun of our chaotic politics scene. Yes, exactly. And he had a best friend, which they had a very semi-homoerotic relationship, but because they were like dude bros, they couldn't admit it. So they were like the no homo couple. You know that one comic where the two guys get married, but they keep saying no homo to each other, and they retired in a little. That was pretty much those two. And they were obviously overcompensating, and they were randomly violent, but whenever they got randomly violent, they were throwing like ragdolls around, and it was really funny. Masaranduba was a pit boy, a type of bulky man who caused fighting parties. Ah, yeah. It always amazes me how deep rabbit holes in Brazil go. Oh yeah, that's right. He even had a pit bull pet, which was a puppet, by the way. It was a really cute puppet, honestly. It was such an adorable puppy. Can I find the puppet for... Google doesn't even know what I'm talking about. There you go. There it is. There's the Pitbull puppet. And yes, that is actually the face he makes when he's making the he was acting the character. That's his life partner. No, but no, he is totally straight. Absolutely, 100%, no problem. This feels cursed. It is a little bit. Oh yeah, absolutely. He even had the edgy name that they usually give to that these type of people usually give to the pit bulls. And that was like just one character. The best, however, the best character ever in that show had to be the greatest pagode dancer and singer that ever was. Seu Coisinha de Jesus. Crazy thing how they use it to make fun of things that are still a thing to this day. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of things that are still relevant. But I guess you could argue it's timeless humor because some of this is just part of society and will take more time to actually get rid of completely. It is a little, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty cursed. It is pretty cursed. They were very much in the same vein as Monty Python in the way that they were very experimental in their humor. So the jokes that landed pretty well. The jokes that didn't, you were just left scratching your head being like, what was that? What did I just witness? And the writers I learned they wrote the other show that came before this one that was in the same vein, that was called Pirate TV, which was a TV network that was run by pirates, and it would like have bogus versions of the actual TV shows that at the time. It was also just random sketches and parodies of different things. It was also very good, very well written too. Of course, with the whole different sensibilities of time available, because if it was like in the 70s and in the 80s, they probably went even harder on some stuff that nowadays is considered unacceptable. But like that's kind of the thing when you're exploring older media, right? You have to be aware. Now the funniest thing is that they actually had a computer game that if I try to play on Twitch, I would immediately get banned. Mainly because that joke had a lot of gay sauna jokes in it. Coffee Day game? I don't think I can find a version that actually works on it, Camel God. I don't think I can find a version that works. Like, the game was for Windows 95. 90 freaking 5. And also it was kind of unpleasant in general. It was a little bit too violent. It had that thing where it was trying to be edgy for edginess sake because it was trying to be an adult game without really understanding what the hell that meant. So some of it I didn't even like at the time, and I think it aged even more poorly. I bet someone in Brazil has an old USB with a dusty box in an attic. Possibly, possibly. Do you think it's lost media? I'm pretty sure it's lost media. I'm pretty sure. Unless it's like randomly on Steam and I don't know about it, I'm pretty sure it's lost media. You know what is randomly on Steam though? The Holy Avenger video game, because apparently that's the thing. There's a Holy Avenger video game. Did you know that that's the thing? Maybe the game wanted to die after being created, possibly. It just wasn't very good. It just wasn't very good. It was also another way to look at the way that the game was made is it was just like a hodgepodge collection of mini games. So there was one of the mini games was Doom, the other mini game was Pac-Man, and I think they even had like Solitaire in there, but it was all like gory or sexualized for some reason. Oh, there probably is a lot, Camel God. There probably is a lot. Like, people weren't too worried about preserving these things. But what did they do to Pac-Man then? I believe Pac-Man was the gay sauna minigame. Where you're... So... They put dicks in it. They put dicks in it. I'll leave it at that. I will just leave it at that and I will say nothing else. It's one of those things that like aged really poorly. Really poorly for like so many different reasons. It aged poorly for so many different reasons I can't even count them all. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. Okay, so let's test. I don't think I wanna know. It's probably best if you don't. It's probably best, honestly. Shuriken King. Put the eyelashes back. go. Aww. What do you guys think? Looks cute, right? He just has the back scarf thing here for some reason. You need to take these out. There we go, perfect. Mama Kiba in completely different hairstyle. Oh my god, it's 10 o'clock already. So everyone, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. Stay awesome. And now we'll find someone to raid. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the stream. This time I know that sure you can. Exactly, exactly. Okay, let me see who is on today. Who is on this beautiful day? Got some people doing arts. I see a ghost. How can a ghost draw? That is a good question. And I want to find out. So, everyone, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. Stay awesome. And I'll catch you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye. And now, remember, when in doubt, when you think you can't do it, just think like a ninja. And shuriken! Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.